What's up, streaming pandas? Peter Von Panda here. I just ordered this Amazon Fire TV stick with Alexa voice remote control. This is going to be a quick unboxing. I do want to try this out, and I will tell you that for Prime members, this had a $15 discount on it recently, like 2 days ago, i.e. Prime shipping. But I think the normal price is only like $30 on it or something like that, so it's not really that expensive. Quick unboxing. I am going to try it, but I actually expect it to be like a lot of media streamers. It kind of gives you a menu. It plugs into an HDMI port. Looks like we get some paperwork here. On the top is the cable. This looks like micro USB, so you do have to plug it into a power source. So we'll hold on to that here for a second. Looks like right here we get, looks like a little tiny power. Oh no, it's the HDMI. Man, how do I get this sucker out? I'm not sure if I should pull it this way. Okay, maybe through the top. All right, so it's the HDMI cord. Looks like a very short cable. Basically, it's an extension. Okay, so we have two AAA batteries for the remote control, and we have the remote control here. I'm going to save that for just a second, and then I'm going to pull out the Fire TV stick. Now, this is because, as you might be able to see here, the Fire TV stick should have an HDMI plug on it right there, so it'll plug directly into your HDMI port on your TV. Now, if it's kind of buried, or sometimes you put HDMIs right next to each other, you can't get it in, then you can use this extension to kind of get to an HDMI port that's a little further away, or maybe this has to hang down or whatever. And then you can plug, oh, there it is, the micro USB here, because it's going to need power. So you can plug that in there, and then you have to plug this into something. Oh, so just as I suspected, there is a power brick right here. So it comes with literally everything you need right out of the gate. So that's in there. And I like that it's a kind of a tall, skinny one as opposed to kind of the short, squat ones, which are a little harder. So I don't think I'll need this extension, but it's kind of nice that it comes with that in case you need it. Super tight fit, so you don't have to worry about that sucker falling out. All right, and then you have the remote here. And kind of a nice remote, much bigger than an Apple TV remote, or maybe not the new ones, but the 4th generation, the 4K one, but certainly pretty big. All plastic construction as opposed to like the aluminum construction of an Apple TV remote. And then this pushes up. I believe it's on there pretty good. Come on, baby, there we go. Sliding out now, and here's the place to install our batteries. Interestingly, they go in the same direction on both sides. Positive and up. It's nice. It feels good. As you can see here, it's curved, so it feels really nice in the hand. A little bit slick on the plastic. We have a microphone button right here, which is rubberized. Then it looks like we have a control ring here and a button right there for enter, probably. Very similar to the Apple TV remote. Back, home, looks like menu, rewind, and scrub forward and backwards, play, pause right there. So I think you can hold this down. I'm not sure if you hold it down and speak into it or if you tap it and speak into it, but as it says here, Alexa voice remote control, I think you can say things like, show me all videos by Peter Von Panda. I'm sure it won't do that, but you could say, show me movies with Mandy Moore, and then it would show you both of them. So you get that. Now we'll go ahead and plug this sucker in and just see what the interface looks like. Alright guys, so I have this monitor here which actually has an HDMI import, and I just plugged the Amazon Fire TV into it, and I just plugged in the power cable, and this is kind of interesting. I want to see what it's going to do here. Oh, alright, it's showing Amazon, and I do have the remote here, and we'll kind of go through this process. Might edit out a little bit of the intermediate time here. One of the cool things that I'm actually excited about is this is obviously just a computer monitor with an HDMI input, but it allows me actually to maybe have TV and video through a device, and it says tap to pair, like that. There you go. And then press play to start. What I'm going to do, select language, and as you can see, so you may not be able to see, sorry. I think this middle button does it. Scanning for networks, and it's hopefully going to find it. I'm going to go ahead and connect it to Detroit Lions and enter the password. And now it's connecting to the network, it looks like. So the cool thing is, like I said, you can kind of repurpose these old monitors, as TVs, because now you don't need the tuner, you don't need a cable box. For me, I use AT&T Uverse, and the cable box is a $10 per month rental fee to get any of the TVs that I want connected. And so the beautiful thing is here, you could just buy these Amazon Fire sticks in this case, or Roku, or an Apple TV, or the Google Chromecast. And for me, what I really want to do is kind of see now if I can use either Sling TV or DirecTV Now to really cut the cable. Looks like it's downloading the latest software update. We'll let it do that. So it went through a couple rounds of updating, and that took about 10 minutes. And it also, apparently, because I ordered it through my Amazon account, came registered to my account. It looks like it allows you to log out of that account and then connect it to another Amazon account. I'm going to say no to parental controls. Checking network speed. So setting it up the first time is a little bit slow. Looks like we have an introductory video. Okay, it looks like it allows me to download some apps. I'm not going to do that. And let's get to the main screen. All right, so here we are. Starting to load things, and it looks like there's some Fire tips here. Press the menu button on your remote for additional options on selected items. Looks like it's loading up, and this looks like a fairly standard, media streaming app. Your videos, movies, TV shows, apps, and then you can get to settings. And I just thought maybe I'd try to find something here is available. Actually, clicked on Valerian. I want to try the Alexa button here. Play Valerian.
Here's Valerian in the City of 1,000 Planets.
So that worked pretty well. Actually, I'm kind of a fan of that. Obviously, if you use an Alexa, you know how well the voice recognition is on that. It's obviously taking a little bit of time here to load it up. We'll try it again. Skip ahead 5 minutes. Your internet speed may affect this. Play the Grand Tour.
Here's the Grand Tour.
And because it's called Amazon with Alexa, I'm also assuming that it will do other things. What's the weather today?
In Westlake, it's 49 degrees Fahrenheit with showers. Tonight's forecast calls for more of the same, with a low of 45 degrees.
Kind of interesting because it's still giving me that Alexa experience, but actually with a graphic here, which might be kind of like how that new Echo device with the screen is. Although it's interesting, it did not play the Grand Tour. Play the latest episode of the Grand Tour.
Here's the Grand Tour.
So that finally came up. And then where I would really like to cord cut, let's see if it'll find this. Open the Sling TV app.
Here's Sling Television, a la carte TV.
Alright, so it's showing me that I can download this app, so that's cool. And I am going to download it here because I think I will use, and hopefully share with you guys a review of it, the trial version of the Sling TV app to see if it's something that really could be a cord-cutting replacement for my cable television, which is AT&T Uverse. The other thing I will say here is that I'm actually a really, really big fan of this Alexa button. The voice control is really quite good. And, I guess when you were building it on top of kind of the best voice-based digital assistant out there, it should be pretty good. But much better than my experiences with Siri, which are often, me asking to get directions to the nearest UPS store and it says, somewhere in Tennessee, or just kind of random, terrible suggestions. So obviously, Alexa installed and embedded in the Amazon ecosystem, which is where I'll find a lot of products. But the Sling Television app, obviously, it's on here, which is really cool. So there must be some onboard storage. And I'm going to open that now that it's open. And so you can download those apps. Unlike the older versions of the Apple TV, which unless you're kind of on the latest generation of the Apple TV, you are excluded from the App Store, actually. So here's the Sling a la carte TV app. I'm excited about trying that out. So far, I will say that the Amazon Fire Stick device here is really pretty impressive, and the voice control is very, very exciting. So, and I will say, at an unbelievably low price point, I will remind you, I don't know if it's going to be like this all the time, but for when I bought this, it said Prime members got an additional $15 off the retail price. So it was even that much cheaper. So I will say, as impressed as I've been with any of my streaming devices, particularly the Chromecast and the Apple TV, which I have a lot of experience with. Check it out. I'll put a link to it in the description. Peter from Panda out.